Work week temperatures.
I do, and they are going to
And they're
be,
not delusional or fanatical.
I think they're a little delusional personally because it's going to be like 15 degrees above normal. I mean, it could be worse. We could have that summertime humidity and heat like we did last year. So I'll take this.
I'll take this
over that. But still, it was very warm again today. 87 was our high temperature, and the regular temperature this time of year should be in the low to mid 70s. So again, we are well on our way to that later springtime here in the coastal bend. Even though it's only the end of February, 87 started off on a chilly note this morning though at 53. Right now we're sitting in the 60s across the coastal bend, maybe even some 70s popped in there. Yep, over towards our southern and western communities in the 70s still, as well as out in Flower Bluff. You could see those onshore winds. That's due to high pressure over by Florida by this point, but it came in behind a cold front early Friday morning. That high pressure, since it's shifted over, has put our winds back to an onshore direction, and you can see that has made our dew points go way up over the last 24 hours. If you were with us for our evening newscast, these were 20 to 30 degrees higher than 24 hours ago at that point. But we're going to continue to see those dew points increase, and that means that we're going to see a lot of humidity and fog heading into tomorrow morning. So that humidity getting put to work as those winds calm down. So it's not going to be completely calm tomorrow morning, but the winds I think are going to calm down just enough to where we do see some fog, patchy at the least, if not a little bit more widespread than that, like this model is showing here, and pretty thick in some places. Now, what I do want to point out is this model keeps the fog right along the coast. That could be a little bit of thicker fog just trying to hang on into the early afternoon, but it's going to be really tricky because the dew points, those are going to be lower than our sea surface temperature. Plus we have a lot of breezier winds on the way. That's going to be thanks to the difference in temperature tomorrow afternoon. So let's show you what I mean here. We've got temperatures in the 60s waking up tomorrow, and then you'll see some 90s in the brush country tomorrow afternoon, all the way to the 70s right at the immediate coast. So that temperature difference, that causes a pressure difference in the atmosphere, and that's what makes our winds. So you can see they get breezier into the afternoon, and that fog is going to be disrupted by any breezy winds. We do that again heading into Tuesday morning. We wake up a little bit muggier, temperatures in the middle 60s thanks to those continual onshore winds and increasing humidity. And then Tuesday afternoon, we are somehow even hotter heading into Tuesday afternoon at the end of February. We're looking at lower 90s across the brush country, possibly upper 80s to near 90 here in Corpus Christi. So we're seeing a very big warm up here as we head into the middle of this coming week. That is all thanks to high pressure building in over Mexico and the southern United States. We've been talking about this big thing since last weekend. That is what's making us nice and warm here in the coastal bend through about Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll gradually see a little bit more cloud cover because instead of that big rainbow shape like we had seen last week, now we're going to see more of this kind of diagonal flat version. That's going to allow more clouds to come in as we head into Wednesday ahead of our next cold front. That's going to bring in cooler air and actually drop us from above normal temperatures by a lot to below normal temperatures by just a bit as well. So here's what we're looking at. Temperatures in the 80s through about Wednesday ahead of that cold front. If this comes in a little bit earlier, those temperatures could be a little bit lower in the afternoon, but by the time we get to Thursday, much cooler with clouds and rain chances sticking around. They are low, but they are there into next weekend when we go through yet another warming trend. So here's a look at that Wednesday cold front forecast. Again, sometime in the afternoon is when we're thinking that comes through. The rain chances going to be just isolated with this. It's not looking like a washout by any means, but we are going to get a nice big temperature drop from that. Speaking of temperatures, here's tonight's forecast: 62 in Corpus Christi with southerly winds and a little bit of that patchy fog. Again, it could be thick in some places, so drive carefully in the morning. And tomorrow afternoon, we have a wide variety of temperatures depending on where you are, but most folks going to be very warm tomorrow afternoon. We have lots of sunshine in store for tomorrow, but heading into Tuesday and Wednesday, gradually getting more cloud cover ahead of our next cold front by Wednesday, and then heading into Thursday, much cooler weather with a lot more clouds. Brian.
Chris.